Hi guys! So today we are going to talk about the 10 things no one told you about having babies. And watch next week, because next week we're going to go over the 10 things no one told you about having a toddler. First thing, being a zombie is a real thing. Being sleep deprived is seriously real. You will seriously wake up and you will be running off 2-3 hours of sleep. And you know what? It'll become normal. It'll become a normal routine in your day. Getting a few hours of sleep is like wonderful. You will learn how to survive off of anywhere from 3 to 5 hours of sleep. And that is interrupted sleep, not solid sleep. Roll out of bed, and you'll wonder how you do it. But you know what? You'll get through it. If you sleep 6 hours soundly, you'll wake up and you'll feel groggy. You'll feel better if you wake up like those couple times a night than sleep all night. It's sad, but it's true. I don't even know how I can wake up, make a bottle, and get back to the bedroom without falling asleep, but you do it. One-eyed, winking, one eye barely open. You can do it. Somehow you are now a new superhero. Before I had kids, I would sleep until noon. You know, that's not the case anymore. You get a few hours of sleep and it's like gold. Walking around not making any sense. Zombie status. Second thing is being bipolar. You think that you will be going crazy after having a baby, and guess what? You're not alone. It is so normal for you to be going crazy after you have a baby. All your hormones are out of balance. You just gave birth to a human, for God's sakes. And you know what? It's gonna be okay. Some days you'll feel like smiling and laughing. Some days you'll feel like crying and going into the closet and shutting yourself in there for a few days. Some days you'll feel angry. Some days you'll feel mad. And you know what? It's normal. It is so normal. Everyone always wonders, am I losing it? Am I, being like depressed and everything? And it's normal. And if somebody thinks it's not normal, you try packing your body full of hormones, creating somebody, giving birth to that human that's now attached to you or was attached to you, and it's basically like just letting go, and now you don't have any of those hormones or that baby attached to you and everything, and it's just your whole body's just going crazy. And you know what? It is normal. It is normal to be crazy. It is normal to cry. If you need to cry, go cry. I have taught myself that it is normal. Being crazy is normal. Number 3, dinner is usually cold and served at 11 o'clock. All of your baby's needs now come before your needs. That includes the need to eat. I know that I find it very hard to eat. I know I have 2 kids personally, but even if you have 1, I know that it is very hard to eat when you have a little baby constantly attached to your hip. And by the time they go to bed, all you want to do is go to bed. You think that you'd be skinnier than you are. I think that I would be skinnier than I am because I never get a chance to eat. But I guess when I do eat, I just shove a bunch of junk inside me. So it's kind of like canceling each other out. But you just have to learn how to manage that time better. Sometimes I'll just have to put the baby down and let him cry for a little bit so I can finally eat something, because I know that I start feeling like sick or something. And 4, baby bathing is a nightly routine, but not for you. Bathing yourself is not a requirement when you become a mom. Giving your baby a bath every night has become a nice ritual routine. You get him a nice little bubble bath filled with lavender, and he sleeps so soundly. But guess what? You don't get to do that. Maybe 2-3 nights a week you get to take a shower, and you know what? It's for 5 minutes. And if you're anything like me, you have a toddler coming in screaming at you to get out of the shower. So I know personally, whenever I get a moment to myself, like when my, grandma comes over or something like that, daddy comes home, you know what? First thing I always do is, can I take a shower? Because you know what? Seriously, that is the most energizing, revitalizing thing that you can do for yourself is take a shower. I feel 1,000 times better when I take a shower. Number 5, just when your baby gets in a rhythm, he's no longer in that rhythm. He or she, sorry. As soon as you figure out your baby's tics and tricks, they'll change them just like that. They will no longer like the same thing they did. As you figured out how to get them to sleep, how to get them to nap, they will change it up on you so quick. They will throw you a curveball And you know what? I can give you a little secret. It doesn't change. Even my toddler does not change. It is the same thing, and it will continue to be the same thing. As soon as you think you know what they like, they'll change it up on you. And number 6, they take over your house. You used to have a nice, clean house that looked all adult-like, and guess what? It'll be overran by baby stuff. You'll have a baby swing in the corner, a bouncer in the other room, baby clothes everywhere, bottles everywhere. You'll have diapers in this room and that room and this room. I know that we have diapers and wipes in at least 3 rooms of this house. Baby clothes thrown everywhere. You have loads of laundry to do. And you know what? Your life is now kid-friendly. And instead of saying, what new can I buy for our house? It's new that we can buy for the baby to add to our house. Because you know what? We don't have enough stuff in our house for the baby. Number 7, your friends go from 100 to 0. You no longer have time to hang out with the friends like you used to. And guess what? They're not understanding. Unless you have kids, you do not understand how hard it is to get kids out of the house and be somewhere in a timely fashion. And you know what? As soon as you get there, your baby's gonna start crying, waking up. It always happens. People without kids don't understand that it's not that easy to find a babysitter. It is not easy to go out and party all night, because you know what? With you partying all night, that's fine. You can go home and sleep it off the next day. Me, if I party all night, I still have to wake up the next day and go take care of my kid. And that includes hangover and all. So you know what? It just, friends don't, I don't know. It seems like once you have kids, your friends are non-existent anymore. And you know what? I guess that helps you find out who your true friends are. And your group of friends will include a group of ladies online who also don't have time to hang out with other people, and those will become your best friends. Mommy groups are the best. It'll make you feel like you're still connected to someone even though you don't have time to hang out with anybody. Number 8, your relationship will be tested. And this is very true. Your relationship will probably go from wonderful to okay. And you know what? It is hard. Having a baby is hard. It takes a lot of time, a lot of commitment, and that commitment and time you used to spend on your spouse is now spent on a baby. And they need to be understanding. But I know it's hard sometimes for that to be the case. And you just have to keep constantly working at your relationship. And I seriously believe that a date night is the most important thing that you can do for your relationship. It's so easy to get into a rut of just not spending time together, And you need to spend that time together. You need to have mommy and daddy time, or your relationship's gonna pay for it. You'll be arguing with each other, screaming at each other. You'll be irritated because you guys can't get the baby to sleep, or one person takes care of the baby more than the other person does. And you know what? Having kids is very trying on your relationship. And you just got to make sure that you guys are in it for the long run. No baby is the same. I know that so well. Hunter loved to be swaddled, spanked on, or not spanked on his butt, but he liked to be patted on his butt to fall asleep. And Keegan, no. You have to be standing up, bouncing him. I don't know how he knows you're not standing up, but as soon as you sit down and you're trying to bounce him, he knows and he starts screaming. You stand up again, he's happy. Hunter loved taking a pacifier, and Keegan, he hates taking a pacifier. It just seems like everything that Hunter would do, Keegan does the complete opposite. Hunter, as soon as he turned 2 months old, he was sleeping throughout the night. Keegan, he still wakes up every 2 to 3 hours at night, and I don't know. They're like completely different children. Not anything alike. It's crazy. And number 10. This is the most important thing that nobody told you about having a kid, is your life will never be the same. Sure, you might not be able to do the things that you used to. And sure, you might not be able to go party until 10 a.m. or 10 a.m. 2 a.m. And sure, you might not just be able to pick up and go wherever you want. But you know what? It's so worth it. Having kids is so worth it. Having children has seriously made my life so much better. And they always tell you that, oh, having children will ruin your relationship. And I honestly have to say that I will be one of the ones out of that, because having kids has seriously made our relationship so much better. It's like, I don't know, you have these things growing inside of you for so long. And then once they come out, and it's like, I don't know, you just get this huge, protective instinct over these children. And you're wondering, the whole time you're pregnant, you're wondering, how am I going to care for these kids? How am I going to love this kid? And you know what? As soon as they're born, that goes out the window. It is such an incredible feeling to have babies. It is like, I don't know. I read something once and it said, labor is the only blind date you'll have where you know you'll meet the love of your life. And it's true. You will love these kids. I seem like a total sap, but you'll love them unconditionally. They can, like, seriously do no wrong. And you know what? They will do wrong. They will do tons of wrong. And you know what? They will do one little thing that is so cute, so stinking cute, and you'll forget why you're mad at them in the first place. And you know what? Those little things that they do are what makes you, you know, remember that it's all worth it. My little, you know, my kids can be screaming all day long, but my little toddler will come up to me and say, "Hi mama, love you." And it just makes it so much better, so much more, like, I don't know. It is seriously one of the most difficult yet rewarding jobs you'll ever have in your life. It is trying. It will test your patience. But you know what? It'll also teach you to be a more patient person, a more caring person, a more responsible person. And I don't know, it's just you will seriously fall in love, and it's like a totally different kind of love. It'll touch places that you didn't even know existed in your heart that you could feel for another person. And I would give up anything and everything for my babies. And I know that you all feel the same. And it just seems like this like overwhelming love that just hits you and knocks you out. But it is seriously the best thing that'll ever happen in your life. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. And I will see you guys next week for the 10 reasons, the 10 things nobody told you about having toddlers.